Ano na ba ang nangyayari sa industriya ng musika? It's either covers, kabit, pwet. What in the actual mind-boggling fuck is this shit being served to my face? Walang substance at puro brain rot. Yeah, actually posted out on Facebook a few weeks ago because sometimes you just get that pissed off with what you're seeing and hearing in the music scene. And today, we're going to talk about exactly why I felt that way. Hey everybody, welcome back to Usapang Musika with Ervin Besana. And of course, I'm still Ervin Besana, the one and only, di na magbabago yun. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. By the time of this recording, um, there was a lot of rain for like how many days already. And to everyone that's listening or watching this, I hope you guys stay safe. Hope you guys are doing great, and I hope you guys are, managing everything that's happening right now. So, medyo harsh, and it's kind of harsh. The intro that I did is kind of harsh because it came from from an experience or what happened to me a few weeks ago. It was I'm not really exactly sure how many weeks, but it was a few weeks ago. And today we're gonna talk about, or we're gonna ask a big question, which is what exactly is meaningful music in today's world? Because honestly, sometimes it feels like we're being fed a lot of, how do I say this, Bomalacks, as I put it. And as a music critic and someone who truly loves OPM, I have to be honest with you. My feelings about some recent trends are really strong. And I'm not here, just a disclaimer, I'm not here to hate on individual artists, but I am here to question the direction our industry is, sometimes taking. So we've talked about the power of nostalgia, the role of critics, and what makes music timeless. And today, let's look at some real world examples that have, sparked a lot of debate and made me wonder, are we truly valuing what make music great or just what makes it trend? Now, this is one of my favorite case studies. So let's talk about Elias JTV. I'm pretty sure you guys are very much aware who that guy is. He's a reggae singer and a musician, and he's even doing a US tour or an international tours. That's a huge achievement, and honestly, I'm very proud of his success. But here's the kicker to anyone who's not aware. Elias is famously known for covering reggae songs, often from bands like, Chocolate Factory, the Chonkies, without consistently crediting the original artists, or more importantly, ensuring they get proper royalties. And the big thing is, he doesn't have any original songs of his own, yet he's earning thousands, if not millions already, from these covers. And in my defense, I don't hate Elias. To be honest, I'm happy for his success. But when someone is clearly earning so much more than the original artists whose work they're performing, I believe the best and fairest thing to do is to explicitly credit them and ideally share a royalty fee. Is music truly meaningful if the success isn't built on originality, or at the very least, ethical crediting of the true creators? Now, another case study based on what I've experienced a few weeks ago is I saw a clip from a young and upcoming artist named Dom Guyot. And her song Kabit has this chorus hook that goes, Kung masama maging kabit, but ang sarap-sarap sa puwet. Let that sink in for a minute, right? Let me repeat that phrase. Kung masama maging kabit, but ang sarap-sarap sa puwet. And when I heard that, I tell you, I got instantly pissed. Of course. What the hell is happening in our industry? What the fuck is that lyric, man? It doesn't make sense. But again, I don't hate Dom, and I respect her as an artist in general. But singing something so overtly provocative and frankly inappropriate like that, especially getting a spotlight for it. Mind you, the clip was her performing at a big festival. I think it's a Pride Month kind of festival kind of thing. Getting a spotlight from things like that feels like it's tarnishing what many of us artists are trying to do. There are so many incredible artists out there pouring their heart and soul into songwriting, you know, creating deep lyrics, perfecting their music. And then someone gets famous for a chorus hook like that. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. So, is that the kind of meaningful music we want to put on a pedestal? What I'm really getting at is this. We need to make meaningful music. Sure, there will always be songs that are just for quick laughs or cloud, which is, that's part of the landscape. It's already happening, even in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, even in the early 2000s, 2010s, there will be music that are being released just for the cloud. But, but as an artist, and even as listeners, you that's listening to OPM, supporting these artists, I believe it's our duty to share our true colors to the world. But the question is, if the color of your world or your art is, well, to put it bluntly, shit, how can we truly be proud of that as a representation of our industry or even as our culture? Hey, you're still locked in. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying our deep dives today. So, as an independent artist myself, my goal here is simple: to bring you honest, filtered insights from the music scene. Whether you're a fellow musician navigating this wild world or a fan looking for your next favorite track, this is our space. So if you're digging what you hear, make sure you're subscribed or following Usapang Musiko with Ervin Besana on your favorite podcast platforms. To be honest, it's just on Spotify and YouTube. I don't know. I think Amazon Music and yeah, I don't know where I'm at. So yeah, just check, just follow me on your favorite podcasting platforms so you don't miss any new episodes every Monday. And let's keep the conversation going. You can find me on all my social media channels, on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just type in my name, Ervin Besana. And then for YouTube, just type in Ervin Besana as well. And then for Spotify, just type in Usapang Musiko with Ervin Besana. All right, let's get back to the music. What message are we sending? So, how do we begin creating music that truly resonates and has substance? Disclaimer, I'm not 100% sure I'm not 100% sure I have the answer. But for me, it has to start within. As an artist, you need to dive into your own experiences, your core memories, your deepest feelings towards something. And then make it make sense through your music. And I have to be perfectly honest on this. It's fine to release a track that's not going to go viral. Again, it's fine to release a track that's not going to go viral. I get it. We're all trying to chase that high, that quick dopamine hit. But not everything needs to be a fast trend. This is what we're passionate about, right? Out of 10 songs you'll release, 9 of them might be ignored. Hell, even all of them might be ignored sometimes. But just do it anyway. It's far better to feel good about yourself knowing you created something authentic that might, touch your audience in a genuine way rather than go viral for some sick shit that you probably shouldn't have said in the first place. And as listeners, what do we choose to support? Our engagement. Honestly, our engagement as listeners dictates what gets put in the spotlight. Do we gravitate towards substance or just shock value? And I know it's a tough conversation and it brings up, uncomfortable truths about where our music industry is right now and where it's headed. But if we want OPM to continue to be a source of pride and deep connection, we need to ask these hard questions about, meaning, ethics, and artistry. Yeah, I mean, that's basically the episode. So, what are your thoughts on these trends? What do you think meaningful music means to you today? And I'm not gonna ask if you agree with my frustrations, but how do you see things? So you can share your opinions on the comment section below. If you're watching on YouTube, you can hit subscribe because a lot of you are still not subscribed. Like 80% of you guys watching are not yet subscribed. Feel free to subscribe and comment down below if you're on Spotify. Give me a follow. Leave 5 stars. If you're on Apple Music, you can leave a review. It helps out with the engagement and the what do you call this, the viewership, because the more reviews I get, the more comments I get, the more people will well, the more the apps will drive people into the episodes. So yeah, I mean that's basically the episode right now. So it's pretty short. It's pretty boring, and it's basically just a rant, to be honest. And I want to be perfectly clear. I'm not here to tarnish the artists. As they say, well, in other industries they say hate the player, don't hate the player, hate the game. But on our industry, don't hate the player, hate the game, because end of the day, engagement is equals to more views, more listens, and more um, more money per se. So, that's actually the episode. So let me just promote a couple of things. So, for my band and joint, as of recording, I'm pretty sure this will be out by August 10, or sorry, August 4th. Yeah. So we'll be in Coron, Palawan this 21 and 22. We have a private gig in Alabang this Saturday, August 16th. And I think by the time this was released, we already did our gig at Kabuyo, Laguna. And on 29, we're gonna be at Cavinti, Camp Tralala, for Binhi and Madrasta, and a lot more. So we have a lot of gigs this month. And for my podcast, I think this is the first time that I'll be announcing this. So we'll have on the podcast itself, we'll have a gig. My first time doing a gig. as Usapang Musiko. So we have four players or four artists that will be performing this August 15th at Gig House Muntinlupa. So we have Hason, 7th Street, Psycholaria, and featuring Pijong. So the ticket is, I've already forgot about it. So the ticket is 100 pesos pre-sale and then 150 for on the day itself. And all of the ticket purchases will go directly to the artists. So if you want to sponsor, if you want to help out my first ever show, feel free to reach out via Facebook, Instagram, or um, even on Spotify or via email. I'm pretty sure you can find my email there. And then what else? We have a lot of things in store. So um, after this, I'm not really sure. I think I'm gonna. By the way, if you guys wanna know more about Elias, because I'm going to probably create an episode, a sole episode about Elias, my thoughts about him. Just let me know. You know, I'm really curious on the guy's success, but I'm happy, of course. I'm happy with his success, but I'm fairly curious. So I'll probably take a deep dive on that and probably create an episode about him. So yeah, I mean that's basically the episode. Again, thank you guys for listening or watching. I'm really happy that we're not really hitting what they call this, the 30-minute mark. I think for the music reviews, the previous episode was almost 30 minutes, but for episodes like this, rants or commentaries, it's 15 to 20 minutes long. And yeah, probably I'll try to make it more shorter in a way so that we can digest it completely. Well, anyways, guys, you can binge listen or binge watch all of my episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you listen to your podcast. I'm sure I'm available there. And then if you want to if you like reggae music, sorry. If you like reggae music, you can follow my band and join PH on Facebook, Instagram. We have two songs available on Spotify, and we're currently recording our third single, which is really exciting. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna promote that here. So, anyways, guys, please follow me on my socials. You can check my link tree. All my socials are there except for TikTok. But thank you guys for everyone that's really appreciating what I do. So again, thank you guys. My name's Ervin, and peace.